you, everybody. Thank you for coming out. I do have an announcement regarding my future here at Everton. Now, as you will all be more than aware, last season didn't end well for us. It was quite a disappointing end, in fact. And taking that into account, I've spoken to the chairman at length, and we've come to the joint decision that it's best for Everton Football Club if I no longer continue here as manager. Now, this may come as a shock to some, but control of transfers and contracts will be handed over to our Director of Football, Stuart Webber. I have complete faith in him to do a fantastic job and carry on where I've left off here at Everton. And as for my future, I will be continuing only as head coach of the first team. Thank you. Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to episode 94 of the First Star Challenge with Everton. And as you've just heard, I am stepping back. I am stepping back from my role as manager to become the head coach of the first team, and we're leaving it to the director of football. You can see here, the chairman hires and fires our director of football now. All staff recruitment is handled by the director of football. All transfers, shouldn't have scrolled there. We want that to be director of football. All transfers are hired by the director of football, both incoming and outgoing. Contract renewals are handled by the director of football. The chairman decides if the director of football, his contract is changed. Scouting all handled by the director of football. The only thing I have control over is the first team and training and team selection and things of that note. So who is this director of football, I hear you ask? Let's have a look. His name is Stuart Webber. He is Welsh. He is really, this is just who we happen to have as our director of football. We can see really good judging ability and potential, so hopefully that'll pay off for us. He's got good man management. As a coach, not so much, but he's not here as a coach, he's here as a director of football. So I basically have no idea what's going to happen from here. What I have done is I've gone through the team and sort of updated the squad status to sort of reflect how I feel about them. Certain players, so whereas we say we had Zamora as a rotational player because that's how we signed him, obviously we consider him to be a key player. Basically, everybody's a key player or a first team player. Anybody that's named after you, I've set your status to unavailable for loan. I've tried to set you all down as hot prospects as well. What I will try and do is if a bid does come in, as I said when I was sort of floating this idea, the only thing I'll have veto over is if someone comes in for one of the guys named after you guys. We'll try and keep you at the club where we can. My only concern is perhaps on deadline day, what I might do, I don't usually like to sort of save and quit and restart and things like that, but I might constantly on deadline day kind of save it, so that if a bid does come in, I can kind of, and it goes through without me having a chance to stop it coming through. I can kind of exit, reload, and sort of stop that from happening. I'll let you know if I do that, because, it's not sort of the way that you should play the game, in my personal opinion. There's people I know that do like to do that, which is fine. As long as you're enjoying the game, it doesn't really matter, but that's not my way of getting achievements. That's not, anyway, I don't get into passing judgment. If that's how you like to play the game, fantastic. Especially on YouTube. That's not, I think that'd be cheating you to do that. But anyway, this is where we're at. I have no idea what's going to happen. Let's let the transfer fun begin, I guess. We'll have a quick look at how things ended up last year. If we go to squad selection, or is it? Yeah, this is what the screen we usually go to. So let's have a quick look at how players did. Appearances, there was Alban Lafont that played the most games for us last year. Luis Felipe, Nick Stark, Schweinsteiger. You can see all the players that played a lot of games for us there. If there's anybody we can afford to lose, I mean, we'd have to replace them. We're losing Bernard. That is the one thing we do know for sure. It'd be a shame to lose Rainer Schiffers, just because he has sort of come in and started to do well towards the end of the year, but he's wanted by Chelsea. It may well be that Mr. Webber decides he needs to go. Yeah, I mean, Turpie and Cook are both wanted. Again, I've tried to set it so that they won't leave, but, I don't really know how much of a say I have in that. The ones that could be risky, we see here, Richarlison, out of our control. Josh Tomon, again, it's out of our control. I'd like to think these guys would stay. Nick Stark could leave because we know in previous summers he has wanted to leave. If we look at the goals, we had really good, consistent goal scorers. Rafinha, Schweinsteiger, Richarlison, Vlasic, and Gomez, all sort of 1 and 2 guys. Cook got a few, as did Lookman, Schiffers. We can see there a lot of people chipping in with goals. Assists, again, Bouvier was quite productive. As was Canente with 10 assists from his 27 games from midfield. It felt like Canente had a poor year, but really when you see it like that, he didn't. You can see the other guys chipping in with assists there, lots and lots of guys. And then the assist rating, or the match ratings there, we can see as well, lots and lots of people right up there, high numbers in the average ratings. Canente, it was Timon that got the gong in the awards. I'm not quite sure why it didn't go to Rafinha. If you know why, let me know. But he had the highest average rating. But anyway, that's who the game gave it to. So that's who won the award. I mean, we can see there. I mean, people were really, really good. Youngsters were really the only ones that didn't get into the into the sevens. Terry Cook was maybe a little bit disappointing if we're being hypercritical. But that's real. I mean, 6.95 is not the worst. So there we go. That's where we leave things off. You can see here it's pretty much we haven't skipped on from the end of season awards. So we'll skip on from here. There'll be a commercial summary coming up, and then let's see what Weber wants to do. I should just quickly say too, if you didn't already realize, it's a transfer special this episode. We'll work our way through the summer. Now the commercial summary is here. You can see we have a 1-year deal for some general sponsorships. The general sponsorship has gone down. No, it hasn't. I don't know what that is. We've got a new deal worth 1-year deal worth 6. I don't understand. Anyway, last season our general sponsorship went up. It went up. What's that? 8 million, which is really, really good. The Prawn Sandwich Brigade corporate hospitality was up about $500,000. Matchday revenue was up. Broadcast revenues were down. Now that's probably for not reaching the Champions League final. That's going to make a dent in that, isn't it? And again, with competition prize money, we're down about 20 odd million because of that. Now the shirt sales, 22.4 million in merchandise sales. About half of that was non-domestic, so that's, or more than half of it was non-domestic, so that's good. We've got that international feel about us. We sold 740,000 shirts, give or take. Richarlison was the most popular one. Schweinsteiger, I tell you what, the lettering on those shirts will add an extra $500,000 onto the budget, I think. Tom Davies, number 3, Zamora and Canente as well. Just some really good players for us, weren't they, those guys? Now, we've had a little bit of a cash injection to cover a debt that we hit this season. The finances generally are looking good. I'm surprised that we've had to sort of worry about anything like that. We've got 220 million. Why is that saying we've got that, but that's saying we've got that? I'm not really sure. Anyway, we've got 220 million in the bank. It should be fine. That's a big discrepancy. I'm not quite sure why that is there. But anyway, maybe we've just got a bunch of sponsorship money or something. Anyway, that is... Or was it the tax bill that's hurt us? We're facing a tax bill of... Yeah, I don't really understand. Anyway, I'm rambling. We'll be back when we have something more to report. As of yet, Weber has not done anything. Still getting his feet under the desk, I think. Not really transfer related, but I thought we might be of interest having a look at some of the international tournaments of the Copa America and the Euros. You can see here that players in the Copa America. It's 4 Brazilians, Militao, Richarlison, Felipe and Gustavo. Canente is in the Paraguay team and Zamora is in the Mexican team. But look at this, if we look at the teams players here in the Euros. So Verstappen, or whatever his name is in the Belgian team, Vlasic. Tom Davies, John Joe Kenny, Timon, and Terry Cook in the England squad going to the Euros. Well done to you, mate. Lafont, Binlo, and Trevoux are going with the French team, and Schweinsteiger is off with the Germans. So there we go. We have 16 players in big summer tournaments this year. Maybe one of them will come back, or at least one of them, you would hope. Maybe England. Let's see if we can get Terry Cook a winner's medal in an international tournament. Wait, Uck, can you bring 3 more of those raspberry things, please? Of course I want extra rum. What do you think this is? Hello? Sergio Gomez, what's happening, mate? You want a new contract? Mate, that is not my department anymore, no. Yeah, no, mate, no, you've got to speak to Stuart Webber. Yeah, no, just the coach now, my man. Just the coach. Sounds good, mate. Yeah, give him a call. Alright, mate, sounds good. Enjoy your summer. I'll see you for pre-season. Take care. You get used to this. Well, if you're wondering who won our Champions League final, it was Manchester United. They beat Manchester City 1-0, so hooray for them, really. But Sergio Gomez did end up getting his new contract. Where are we here? Sergio Gomez, there it is here. So Director of Football did his job. Good to see, 96 grand a week. Only a squad rotation, squad status. Is that going to come back and bite us? Are we going to lose him? 125 grand after 5 international caps, though. We don't really have the Team of the Year bonuses, which I like to put in there, and the goals, the sort of 15 goals, 25 goals for an attacking midfielder. So maybe that'll come back and bite us, I don't know. But we've got our prize money anyway for the for the Champions League stuff here. Bit of a squad payout. And the Champions League review, are we the disappointments? No, we're not. Paris is the disappointment. So there we go. There'll be some Champions League awards coming up, so we'll be back for those in a second. And here they are. So Golden Boot winner Schweinsteiger came in third with his 6 goals for us. Champions League award winners. We didn't get... I'm surprised that Lafont's not there for Goalkeeper of the Year. We don't have anybody in the defenders. Anybody in... we have Canente third for midfielders. And that was it. So overall, it was a little bit of a disappointing season, wasn't it? We've got to be honest with ourselves there. I'm assuming, therefore, team of the season. We didn't get anybody in that either. Let's have a look here. Nope. Very Manchester United heavy. That's a bit of an outrage, to be honest. You know, we didn't do that badly in the Champions League this year. And Everton set to lose Bouvier contract. We'll get Mr. Weber to have a chat to Bouvier about a new contract as well. But there we go. Champions League done and done for another year. And again, we didn't get over the line. Alright, the first signing of the Weber era, the Stuart Weber era, and here it is. It's Callum Black. It's a midfielder, a world-class midfielder from Celtic. 36.5 million. He's on 71 grand a week. A rotational squad status. Let's have a look at him. What have we bought? Okay. I mean, I'm not convinced we need a central midfielder because we're sort of well served in that area, but at least he hasn't bought a bad one. Really good vision. I'm liking that. Passing technique's good. First touch is good. Good physically. Decision making is good. Anticipation is good. Like I said, let me know what you think in the comments. As I don't think we have Canente, we have Zamora, we have Tom Davies. I'm not convinced we needed a central midfielder. There's somebody else in there, Sander Berg as well. He's probably better than Sander Berg though. But not at what Berg. I like what Berg does, just sitting in there and keeping possession for us. But I don't. That's not bad, is it? That's not the worst. We'll ask Tom Davies to introduce him to his new teammates, even though everybody's still on summer holidays. Yeah, that's not the worst. And he's going in again here for... we'll wait and see if we get him. This is a lower transfer fee, but I don't want to spoil things. I want to wait and see if he's surprised if we sign them. Zamora... Oh, Jesus Christ. 210 grand a week for Lionel Zamora. That is a lot of money. I mean, he's good. He's really good. And is he worth it, though? 210 grand a week, that's a lot. And he did sign Bouvier, did get a new contract, 105 grand a week for him. Yeah, just, Mr. Weber, you just need to watch the finances here ever so slightly, I think. Just ever so slightly. Anyway, we'll be back if we have some more signings. This is exciting. I can just sit back and relax. We have the first departure of the summer, and to be honest, it's one that I did. It's Jonathan Tah. He has left. Remember, we had to loan him out because he was annoyed or something. I forget what he was annoyed about now. But he has joined Milan permanently for £57 million. I thought it was supposed to be 60, but that's fine. We can deal with that. Digne has come back, though, because he was also out on loan. So he's come back. Whether we get to sell him now or not, I guess time will tell. But there we go. So that is the first out. A lot of our other players here have come back from loan as well. So we'll wait and see what happens with that. We've released a couple of players, a couple of no names there. Nothing really to be too concerned about. We'll get Weber onto those in just a second. Now, one thing that I did change, that's what I wanted to just quickly mention. I did change one thing in the responsibilities here, and that is the scouting meetings, just so I can see who we're scouting. I'm not really in any charge of anything else, just so I can basically see when you get the little sort of weekly, if it was weekly or bi-weekly, whatever it is, the sort of the players that you're scouting. It's just so I can see that, basically. That's the only thing that we've changed there. Yeah, we have renewed the contracts of a couple of youngsters. I mean, we're putting some youngsters on big money here. So Warren Jones, 11 grand a week for Warren Jones. That is absolutely ludicrous. We need to reel in Weber. I'm a little bit concerned about getting him to renew some of these contracts here because God only knows how much money they'll put them on. Chris Conway, youngster, 20 grand a week because he's got talent. I don't know. But anyway, the point of this is that Tah has officially left Everton, which is sad because I really, really like Tah. He was a really good player for us as well, wasn't he? 3 years he had. We did okay, didn't we? Signed him for 24, sold him for 57. He was an absolute star for us. So sad to see him go, but he's gone now. Okay, so this Gustavo Araret, he snubbed us for the wage. Let's have a quick look at him. He's a striker. I tell you what, I really don't think we need any more strikers. He's decent, isn't he? Off the ball, finishing wasn't the best. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I think we may have perhaps dodged a bullet there. I don't think we need another striker, certainly not on 18, just over 18 grand a week. Yeah, so I'm not disappointed. I don't think that didn't go through. So it's a little bit sad. Bernard has officially left us on a free transfer to Lazio. As I said at the time, I do think that it was perhaps time for him to leave. He has been so good for us for so long. But it's 140 grand off our wages. But I tell you what, we can't really complain. Can we look at those average ratings? I mean, a poor season for him was 706. Yeah, I mean, he was a good player, wasn't he? I think it'll be remembered when this series comes to an end, when our time at Everton comes to an end. If we come to the point where we're picking sort of a team of the save, I think he will be in the conversation, won't he? Really good player for us, so we wish him well. Hey Raul, what time's karaoke tonight? 9:30. You gonna sing with me again, mate? You know it. Hello. Oh, hi Stuart, what's up? We signed too? You're joking, right? You're not. Mate, I'm not sure the fans are gonna like this. Why? You do know what club he came through, don't you? Alright, we have a signing, and I'm not sure this one's going to go down well with the Everton faithful. We've signed Harry Wilson. 24 million, 75,000 pounds a week. Weber, you've got to watch the budget here, mate. But there we go, we've signed him. Club rotation, he's 27 now. Is he any good? Yeah, I mean, he's okay, isn't he? Yeah, I mean, he's okay. He's just okay. Is he worth 24 million? Is he worth 75 grand a week? Not when we have the wingers we have. To be honest, I don't necessarily like this one. This is a waste of money, I think. Let me know what you think in the comments. I don't think we needed a Liverpool reject. We signed him from Watford. He hasn't done much at Watford either. It's not like he's been setting the Premier League alight, is it? Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. Alright, Stuart Webber's been busy. He's signed us another midfielder, Dan Anderson, 18, almost 20 grand a week, and he's a hot prospect. We finalised the deal. We can't get out of it now. Oh, I'm scared to see what we're spending 20 grand a week on, and it's not much, is it? It's almost as good as he's going to get. Someone's got to stop him. We don't need these players. Maybe we've got good squad, we've got good depth. Of course, we've got Hawkey, we've got Toby Berg already. Maybe we can sell him. Maybe we can just look to sell him. Maybe that's what we look to do with Dan Anderson. Yeah, I mean, the problem here with these wages, I mean, we've got to get things under control here. We're almost 100 grand a week over. We're looking like we're going to fail FFP. We've created a monster in Stuart Webb. We've absolutely created a monster. I mean, it just gets better and better with Dan Anderson. He's a Liverpool reject as well. I don't understand what Stuart Taylor's problem is. Needless to say, he's transfer listed, so we'll be getting him out the door as quickly as possible. Oh, that was a good, relaxing summer. I could get to like this no transfer thing, sitting back on the beach, no pressure. Hey there. Hey, Stuart, what's up? Yeah, back in the office, pre-season's here now, so back to work for me. Yeah, it was a good summer, but, what can you do? How can I help you here, mate? Arsenal bid 53 million for Alban Lafont. Did you hang up on him or did you laugh first? You did what? Why? Why would you accept that bid, you moron? Alright, don't panic. Offer him a new contract and you had better hope he signs this one, Weber. I tell you what, I've just about had enough of this director of football thing already. Luckily, Lafont did sign a new contract, 170 grand a week. That's almost 90 grand a week more than what he was on previously. So that little faux pas, let's call it, from Stuart Webber, of accepting Arsenal's bid has cost us 90 grand a week. And then Vlasic is on 125 grand a week now as well. Now, that's not too bad for Vlasic, to be fair. But at least we've got him for another 4 years here. But if we look at these finances, this weekly wage expenditure, we're going to have to take some of them. Actually, we might even do that. That might even halt him up a little bit if we take some of the transfer wage budget out of that. Maybe it'll just encourage him to sign more players, who knows. But yeah, we've got to, this is very stressful. I don't like this at all. And this brings us to the end of the episode. No, not the end of the transfer window. Now, the reason for that is that our first game in the Premier League season is against Huddersfield. Before that, in the Charity Shield, we played Liverpool. Liverpool won the FA Cup last season, so it's Liverpool at Wembley. I thought that's a better game, I think. And then we can finish up the transfer window next episode at the end of that, just to make sure nothing else happens. But this is where we're at so far. £57 million bought in, £61 million spent. So we have actually broken even. It's just the wages that are killing us. But just a reminder, Jonathan Tah left on a permanent deal, £57 million to AC Milan. And Bernard left also for Italy. He's off to Lazio, and he was on a free transfer at the end of his contract. The players we've bought in, Callum Black, I like. I do like him. I think he's going to be a good player for us. Did we need a central midfielder? No, probably not. But we've got him, and I think that's not too bad. Harry Wilson, of course, formerly of Liverpool. Excellent job, Mr. Stuart Webber. But he's done okay in pre-season. I'm not convinced we needed him. I'm not convinced that we should have got him. But as I said, he's here now, so we'll see what we can do. And then Dan Anderson, he will be out as quick as I can get him out the door. No idea. I mean, the only good thing is that it's a free. But we're paying him 18 grand a week. We've transfer listed him. I don't know if we're going to be able to get him out the door. Leeds want him on loan. I don't want to loan him. I just want to get him out. To be honest, he stinks of Liverpool, and not the red side of it, not the city. So there we go. That is... Does Liverpool even have a stink? I've only been there once. I don't remember it having a stink, and that was at the Albert Dock. So there we go. So let me know what you think in the comments of how Webber has done. For a first transfer window, I mean, it's relatively quiet. But yeah, not too bad. Is there a couple of things we'd like to get out? I'm hoping we get Dramé out because I don't think we need him. I'm hoping we can get Digne out as well. I'm sure we will be able to. And I've also transfer listed Alex, these two strikers that I bought that I thought were going to be good, and the Grandmeister as well. We've transfer listed both of them because we don't need them. They were sort of panic buys almost, weren't they, when we just needed a striker, and I pretty much signed every striker I saw. So that's where we're at. Yeah, like I say, we'll be back next time and we'll get the season underway. The Community Shield against Liverpool. We'll also wrap up the transfer window in that episode and see exactly what our squad's looking like once the window's closed. But yeah, so there we go. If you have enjoyed this, guys, please do hit thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and, of course, ring the bell if you want to know when I upload new episodes. But until next time, I've been Aussie, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.